Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here, and I've got a major red alert I want to share with you guys, and that is this. The Democratic Party is attacking our Second Amendment right, unlike I have ever seen in the history of America. They are not only talking about all-out confiscation of our firearms, but they're pushing and implementing red laws all across our country. Now, the Democratic Party has already taken over multiple aspects. I'm talking about our education, our college, our media, Hollywood, not to mention every aspect in the internet where they're even censoring and blacklisting conservatives and libertarians and even Republicans. You see, now that they've got that all underway, they are now coming after your guns. And I have to ask the question, what's next? Roundups? But before I get into the report, I want to encourage you to please check out my partner at hidewithlisa.com. This is a VPN service, a virtual private network that protects you and the things that you look at on the internet. So make sure you check it out at hidewithlisa.com. All right, back to the report. Now let's start first with how the Democratic Party is attacking our Second Amendment right. And these are all recent articles, by the way. Take a look at this first one here on foxnews.com. Colt suspending production of AR-15 for civilians. ZeroHedge.com. Instagram now banning photos of people at gun ranges claiming they promote violence. NationalReview.com. Beto O'Rourke vows to pursue gun confiscation. Hell yes, he says, we're going to take your AR-15. This is a presidential candidate. And NRA.org. San Francisco Board of Supervisors declares NRA a domestic terrorist organization. The good news is the NRA is fighting back. Here's FoxBusiness.com. NRA takes San Francisco to court over domestic terrorist declaration. This is a straight up attack on our Second Amendment right. We have a presidential candidate, Beto O'Rourke, going public saying, yes, hell yes, he's going to confiscate your firearms. We've never had that level of admission from a presidential candidate, a Democratic one, ever before. And now they're making it public that that's exactly what they want to do after years of denying it. Not only that, but we have the city of San Francisco taking it a step further, saying, if you're a member of the NRA, you are a terrorist organization, even though a member of the NRA has never committed an act of violence. Doesn't matter. And it shouldn't even matter. The NRA has been around for years. I'm a member of the NRA, and many of you listening are. They are crossing too many lines. Not to mention, I forgot to put in there Walmart. Walmart even starts doing their own ban on guns. It's just thing after thing after thing. And what happens as a result? Well, lots of rules, laws, and regulations are getting passed in cities all across the country. Take a look at this article here on WKOW.com. Evers, Wisconsin Democrats introduce red flag law. LocalSYR.com. Governor launches statewide red flag law education campaign. Washington Post, D.C. police use district red flag law for the first time to seize a firearm. PennLive.com calls for a red flag gun law in Pennsylvania. This isn't a gun issue. They say this is a public health issue. AmmoLand.com, Democrats refuse to include gang members in red flag laws. I mean, really? And check out this House Resolution Bill 1236, which states, support state, tribe, and local efforts to remove access to firearms from individuals who are a danger to themselves or others pursuant to court orders for this purpose. In other words, this bill is pushing for the confiscation of firearms without due process. You don't get no say in the matter if your roommate or your lover or your ex or whoever it is deems that you shouldn't have a firearm. Then local authorities can come in and seize that firearm from you without due process. Hey, never mind the fact that it violates the Second Amendment, right? And look, I'll be honest, both Democrats and Republicans are pushing this. There was a lot of things that came out of the mouth of Dan Crenshaw that I'm not happy about. There's some things that came out of the president's mouth about red flag laws that I am definitely not happy about. But the bottom line is, what will happen if they succeed? Will there be a blood in the streets? Will America give up their guns? I'm not going to. That's my right. But what's going to happen? If we don't and the Democrats get their way and they start their confiscation programs, what would happen? That may not happen this year or next year or the following year. But I believe at some point in the very near future, this is exactly on the Democrats' agenda and game plan. That's been their plan all along. You see, they took over our education. They took over our media. They took over our freedoms on the internet. We're not really free anymore. And now they want not only our First Amendment rights, but our Second Amendment rights. I feel like I live in China. And we're run by a whole bunch of progressive, globalist Democrats who want nothing but to take away our freedom. How do we vote for people like that? You know, that's why I wouldn't put it past them to have roundups planned in our future. You don't go along with our agenda, you go to jail. You don't do what we want you to do, we've created these camps. You don't start confessing your climate sins, you're going to jail. Or a version of it, or re-education camps, as China likes to call them. If some dictator were to get in, I absolutely think that's a possibility. If some tyrant were in charge of our country. You see, Mao, Hitler, Stalin all took the guns. Why? For control. And that's what it's always been about. Anyhow, I'd love to get your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Please leave them in the description box below. Please also don't forget to subscribe to my backup channel. I've got a link in the description box below, as well as this one, because you know my videos are being censored and not being allowed up the feed. So unless you share them or get the information out, it is not getting out. Anyhow, I love you all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.